Hello and welcome to a really brisk night of football right here in Vardaman, Mississippi. Tonight, Vardaman will be playing Tishomingo, and it looks like that the crowd's a little thin at this time, but it is a little early. The ball game should get started in about 5 or 6 minutes, so it's not very long. The crowd is kind of thin right now. Some of the ball players coming down the sidelines. And I would like to take just a moment to tell you about the sponsors of tonight's ball game here in Vardaman. People's Drugstore in Vardaman is another sponsor of tonight's game. For all your health care needs, be sure to see Mr. John Jasper Adams, a pharmacist you can trust and depend on with years of professional experience. People's Drugstore also has a beautiful selection of gift ideas. That's People's Drugstore right here in Vardaman, Mississippi. Another one of tonight's sponsors, Neighbors Hardware and Building Supply here in Vardaman, with also a branch office in Houston, Mississippi, would like to congratulate the Vardaman Rams on a great football season. Best wishes in the playoff tonight, and also remember Neighbors Hardware for all your building needs and supplies. From the ground to the top, Neighbors is your complete building supply. They'll be glad to assist you in choosing the materials you need to complete your dream house. Neighbors Hardware and Building Supply, located in Vardaman, and a branch office in Houston. Also one of tonight's sponsors, Morgan's Electronics in Bruce, and we'd invite you to come by and visit with us there in Bruce. We're south of the square. We have TV sets, record department, and service department. Just come by and see us, visit with us, and we'd appreciate it very much. We want you to go by and visit with these sponsors, Morgan's Electronics, People's Drugstore in Vardaman, and Neighbors Hardware and Building Supply. We'll take a little short break right now, and we'll be back with the game in just a minute.
In a few minutes, we will have the starting lineup of each team. At this time, we ask that you please stand for the invocation. We'll have it right after the coin toss. Tishomingo will receive. Vardaman will kick off and defend the north goal. We'll now ask Mr. Carl Marshall to lead us in the invocation.
Let us pray. Our Father, we thank you tonight for another opportunity to come and participate, Father, in an athletic event. We pray, Father, that you will protect and guide each participant. Father, that you'll be with the spectators and the players. Protect them from harm. Protect us as we travel home. We ask you to forgive us of our sins, and we thank you for the blessings of the day. These things we ask in your name. Amen.
Starting lineup for the Tishomingo Bulldogs will be number 1, Brad Howitt, quarterback. Halfbacks, number 20, Bobby Brock, number 30, Bryant Southward. Fullback, number 33, Gary Walls. Here come the Rams. At center, number 58, Derek Brock. At the ends, Sidney Bennett, 85, and number 89, Lee Hollingsworth. At tackles, Ronnie McKee, 79, and Tim Southward, 77. And at guards, 64, Shane Adams, and 63, Anthony Oates. For the Vardaman Rams, starting at quarterback will be number 7, John Scott Edmondson. Running backs will have number 12, Benny Martin, and number 25, Jerry Townsend. Tight end, number 40, Michael Long. Fullback, number 42, Michael Kendall. Center, number 53, David Martin. The guards will have Stacy Spratland, 55, and 64, Jackson Burt. The tackles, number 60, David Wooten, and number 68, Dave Williams. The other end, we have number 87, Tyrone Hawkins. Number 55, Stacy Spratlin to kick off for the Rams. Number 25 and 20, Deke for the Bulldogs. Bobby Brock on the return for the Tishomingo Bulldogs. .39-yard line of the Bulldogs, 1st and 10. Number 33 on the carry. Gary Walls. Timeout for a measurement. First down, Bulldogs. Just short of midfield. Number 33, Walls on the carry. Brought down in there by Hill and Wooten, but not until he picked him up for first down. Gain of about 13 yards on the play, 1st and 10 Bulldogs. Number 20 on the carry, Bobby Brock. Brought out in by Wooten and Parker. Pickup of about 3, 2nd down and 7. Long and McKinney on the stop. Walls on the carry. Pickup of about 2, 3rd down and 5. Number 20 on the carry. Pulled down by Gavin Parker as Bobby Brock. No gain on the play. 4th down and a long 5. The ball is dead. It's about the 5-yard line of the Rams. They'll have the ball 1st and 10. Going south.
Let us take time right now to mention one of the sponsors of tonight's football game here in Vardaman, Mississippi. A cold night here on the football field. Neighbors Hardware in Vardaman would like to congratulate the Vardaman Rams on a great football season. Best wishes in the playoffs tonight, too. Also remember, Neighbors Hardware for all your building supply needs, from the ground to the top. Neighbors is your complete building supply. They'll be glad to assist you in choosing the materials you need to complete your dream home. Neighbors Building Supply in Vardaman with a branch office in Houston, Mississippi. Houston Building Supply. That's Neighbors Building Supply, located right here in Vardaman, Mississippi. Thanks to Mr. Neighbors for sponsoring the game. Go by and visit with him and do some business with him and tell him you appreciate him sponsoring this football game here in Vardaman tonight. Neighbors Hardware.
Kendall on the carry. Gain of about 4, third down and 3. Martin on the carry. Looks like he's short of his first down. Brings up 4th down and a long one. The Bulldogs drop Mark Taylor deep along with Bobby Brock. Mark will punt for the Rams. Punt's dead on the Ram 26-yard line. Be 1st and 10 Bulldogs. Walls on the carry. Stepped up by Williams. About a yard gain on the play, 2nd down 9. Like a fumble on the play, but after the whistle, Wooten and Long and Kendall on the stop, 2-yard gain, 3rd and 7. Pass is complete to number 85. Sidney Bennett for a 1st down and host of the Rams on the stop. Looks like we'll have 1st and 10 on about the 13-yard line of the Vardaman Rams. Tackling now by Darvin Parker. That was Danny Brock on the carry. Darvin Parker tackling for a 2-yard loss. 2nd down and 12. Touchdown Bulldogs. Sidney Bennett takes a Howie pass. No, it's 88. As Hollingsworth. Lee Hollingsworth takes a Brad Howie pass for the 6-pointer. Timeout, Tishomingo.
And with that timeout, we'll take a moment right now to talk to you just a little bit more about one of tonight's sponsors of the ball game. People's Drug Store here in Vardaman is also a sponsor of tonight's ball game. For all your health care needs, be sure to see Mr. John Jasper Adams or any of the fine people there at People's Drug Store in Vardaman. Mr. Adams, a pharmacist you can depend on with years of professional experience. People's Drug Store has a beautiful selection of gift ideas too. That's People's Drug Store right here in Vardaman, Mississippi. Now back to the football game.
Extra point. No good. Wide right. Score stand 6-0. Townsend takes it for the Rams. Townsend brought down by number 89, the man that kicked off. Lee Hollingsworth at the 40-yard line. Up the middle, program number 25, Mark Taylor. 9-yard gain, second down and 1. Townsend on tackle for about a 4-yard gain. First down Rounds. Pulled out in number 85. Sidney Bennett. First and 10 on the Bulldog 48. Flag on the play. Offsides, Rams. Back of up 5 yards, we'll have a first and 15. Pass incomplete, intended for Michael Long. Second and 15. carry for the Rams. Stacked up at number 34 on the tackle. Danny Brock brings him down. Third and about 4. 11-yard gain for Townsend. Townsend brought down by number 20, Bobby Brock. No, that was Pinson. James Pinson on the carry. 4th down and 3. Benny Martin and punt back to punt for the Rams. Mark Taylor deep for the Bulldogs. Taylor on the return, right out in there by Bruton. About the 10-yard line. 1st and 10, Tishomingo. Michael Kendall finally brings Bobby Brock down after a gain of about 17 yards. 1st and 10, Tishomingo. Gain of 5, 2nd down and 5. Damn, this rain. Cold as it is. Walls, fumbles on the play. Rams have it. Covered in there by David Wood, number 60. 1st and 10, Rams on the 34-yard line of the Bulldogs. Martin on the carry for the Rams. Gain of 4, 2nd down and 6. Into the quarter. Michael Kendall pulled down by number 33. Gary Walls. Third and about a long 3. Pinson on the carry for the Rams. Round in, brought down by Wells and Danny Brock. First down, Rams. Ball on about the 16-yard line. Pinson carries again for the Rams. Gain of about 5. Second and 5. Townsend. Jerry Townsend on the carry. Gain of about 2, third and 3. Pinson on the carry for the Rams. Got a timeout. First down, Rams. At the 5-yard line, first and goal. Good run by James Pinson as he breaks 2 tackles. Davin Parker stacked up in there by a host of the Tishomingo Bulldogs. No gain on the play. Benny Martin on the carry. He gets down close to the goal line. Third and goal from the 1-yard line for the Rams. Quarterback sneak by Edmondson, he comes up short. Be fourth down and goal from the 1. Touchdown, Rams! Kendall carries it in for the Rams. Spratling to try the extra point. 2 extra points. 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 2 the runners with it. 7-6. Stacy Spradlin to kick off for the Rams. Bobby Brock and Mark Taylor deep for the Bulldogs. Brock. Pull down in there. Bobby Brock's pulled down by Devin Parker. And also in on tackle number 25, Jerry Townsend. 1st and 10, Tishomingo on the 30-yard line. Run out of bounds by number 31, Henry Hill. Game's touchdown saving tackle by Hill, but not until Walls gets a 40-yard gain. 1st and 10 on the Rams 30. Number 34, Danny Brock, pulled down in there by Martin. Benny Martin. For a 5-yard loss, be 2nd down and 15. Pass is complete. To number 89. 1st down to Lee Hollingsworth. First and 10 on the Ram 15-yard line. Wiles on the carry. Timeout on the field. 1st down. Be 1st and goal inside the 5. Walls on the carry, but he stacked up in there by McKinney. No gain on the play. Walls on the carry. No gain on the play as the Rams defense stiffens. Dave Williams. David Wooten. Tyrone Hawkins on the stop. Third and goal from the 5. Like a gain of about 3 on the play, but it's going to be 4th down and goal from between the 2 and 3 yard line. 4th down. Touchdown! Bobby Brock. He gets mad again. Bulldogs will attempt the 2-point conversion. And it's good. Tishomingo leads at 14-7.
And with the score 7-14, Vardaman trailing right now. We'll talk about one of our sponsors just a little bit. Morgan's Electronics, with over 21 years experience in the sales and service of electronics in Bruce, Mississippi. Televisions, VCRs, stereos, and accessories. They have Quasar, Gold Star, Sampo, Hallmark, and some of the other name brands. They have many sets in stock, and remember, at Morgan's Electronics, service is very important. We service what we sell at Morgan's Electronics. We also carry a complete line of antennas and accessories. Maybe it's time to replace that old worn-out antenna. Make your television picture look better than ever with a new antenna system from Morgan's Electronics. Morgan's Electronics, south of the square in Bruce, Mississippi. And now back to the ball game.
Taken by Pinson. He brings it back to about the 32-yard line, where the Rams will have it 1st and 10. Townsend on the carry, stacked up in there by 25, 77, and 21. Getting up off the bottom is number 4. Second and 9. Edmondson's pass is incomplete. 10 for long. Taylor and Brock depending on the play. We got a 3rd and 9. Thomas's pass incomplete, intended for number 25, Jerry Townsend. Mark Taylor defending on the play, brings up 4th and 9 for the Rams from the 33-yard line. Martin to punt for the Rams. Taylor on the return. Oh, the play! No, he's down. Bulldogs retain possession. It's Long, Williams, and Luke was there for the stop. First and 10, Tishomingo on their 41-yard line. Southward on the carry. Pulled down there by Hill and Long. Loss of 2. Second down, 12. Walls on the carry. Pulled down in there by number 54, Davin Parker. 10-yard gain. We got 3rd down and 1. Pass incomplete. Howard to Hollingsworth. Fell incomplete. We got 4th and 1. Front roll's dead inside the 10-yard line. Into the first half, Tishomingo 15, Vardaman 7.
And as you can probably tell, here in Vardaman, Mississippi tonight, some rain coming down here on the football field, and the wind and the air is really cold out here tonight. Tishomingo 14 and Vardaman 7. Halftime right now here in the ball game. We would like to remind you of our sponsors here at the ball game tonight. Neighbors Hardware and Building Supply right here in Vardaman, one of tonight's sponsors, and they have building materials for your every need, whether it be house or whatever. Just go by and visit with Neighbors right here in Vardaman. They also have a branch office in Houston, Mississippi. That's Neighbors Hardware and Building Supply right here in Vardaman, Mississippi. Also, Mr. John Jasper Adams at the drugstore here in Vardaman, Mississippi. People's Drugstore, one of the places that you need to go for your prescriptions. They also have a very nice gift selection to choose from for that special gift. And we'd like to remind you also of Morgan's Electronics in Bruce, Mississippi, one of tonight's sponsors of this ball game, right here in Vardaman, Mississippi. Come by and visit with us. We're in Bruce, Mississippi. We're south of the square, and we have records, tapes, we do service work, and we have television sets, and we have a nice line of music supplies right there at Morgan's Electronics. So come by and visit with us. We're south of the square in Bruce. Once again, that's People's Drug Store in Vardaman, Neighbors Hardware and Building Supply in Vardaman and Houston, and Morgan's Electronics in Bruce. Right now at the halftime here in Vardaman, Mississippi, with the rain coming down lightly, the crowd kind of thin here tonight, and the air is very cold. The score is 7-14 with Vardaman trailing. We'll be back after we take a look at the band on the other side of the field. Stay with us. Welcome back to the second half of the Vardaman football game. Vardaman versus Tishomingo here this cold Friday night. Vardaman, Mississippi, with some rain falling here on the field. The score at halftime, 14-7, with Vardaman trailing in the scores. The sponsors for tonight: our Neighbors Hardware and Building Supply in Vardaman. People's Drugstore, also in Vardaman, one of tonight's sponsors. And Morgan's Electronics, south of the square in Bruce, sponsoring this ball game here tonight. It seems like now that the rain has let up just a little bit, but it's still plenty cold out here. And you see a lot of people with quilts and all types of coats and blankets and things like that wrapped up, and several umbrellas here tonight. But it is cold. We're going to get back to the ball game now. Let us remind you to go by and visit these three sponsors of the ball game: People's Drugstore here in Vardaman, Neighbors Hardware and Building Supply in Vardaman, with an office in Houston, Houston Building Supply, also part of Neighbors Building Supply, and Morgan's Electronics in Bruce, record department, music department, TVs, sales and service, electronics. So go by and visit these three sponsors and tell them you appreciate them sponsoring Vardaman football right here in Vardaman, Mississippi, this cold Friday night. And I believe it's November the 14th, and it is cold. We'll be getting back to the game here. The time has come now for the second half to get underway, so we're going to take you back now to the football field here in Vardaman.
The rounds will receive to start the second half. Me too. Hollingsworth to kick off for the Bulldogs. Got Townsend, Pinson, and Martin deep for the Rams. Martin on a return for the Rams. Stopped in there by number 34, Danny Brock. Be first and 10 Rams on their 24-yard line. Kendall on the carry for the Rams. Gain of 6, second down 4. Pinson carries for a first down for the Rams. First and 10 on the 35-yard line. Jerry Townsend on the carry. He picks up 5 yards for the Rams, brings up second down and 5. Kendall carries the ball up the middle for the Rams. Picks up 2 yards. 3rd down and 3. Benny Martin on the carry for the Rams. He's tackled for about a yard loss, brings up 4th down and 4. Benny Martin to punt for the Rams. Brock and Taylor deep for the Bulldogs. Taylor's down on about the 33-yard line. For the Tishomingo, will be 1st and 10. Bobby Brock, ridden down by Steve Jones. After about an 18-yard gain. 1st and 10, Bulldogs from the midfield stripe. Walls on the carry. Pulled in there by Long, McKinney, and Parker. About a yard gain. Give him 2, 2nd and 8. Bobby Brock on the carry. Pull down there by Long. Gain of 3, 3rd down and 5. Damon Parker. Parker draws a bead on number 34, Danny Brock. Fourth and 2. Ball rolls dead inside the 10-yard line of the Rams. It's like on about the 7-yard line. Be 1st and 10 Rams. Deep in their own territory. Kendall gets the Rams out of trouble with a good run. Nine-yard pickup, second down and 1. First down, Rams. Kendall on the carry. Gain of 3, second and 7. Penson carries the ball for Rams. Tackling there by Taylor. Third down and 2. Fantastic catch. Gets a first down for the Rams on the 45-yard line. First and 10 Rams. Townsend on the carry. Jerry Townsend picks up 1, second down 9. Townsend for the good gain for the Rams. Run out of bounds on about the 47-yard line. So bring up a third and 2 in Bulldog territory. Michael Kendall. First down Rams on the 45. It's incomplete to Tyrone Hawkins. Second down and 10. Pencil on the carry. Gain of 1, third down and 9. Officials timeout.
And with the timeout, we'll talk about our sponsors here just for a minute. People's Value Right Drugstore right here in Vardaman, Mississippi, one of the sponsors of tonight's program. And we invite you to go by and visit with them for all your health care needs. Be sure to see Mr. John Jasper Adams or any of the fine folks there at Vardaman, Mississippi at the Value Right Drugstore right here in Vardaman, Mississippi. Go by and see them today and tell them you appreciate them sponsoring this wet football game right here in Vardaman, Mississippi tonight. That's People's Value Right Drugstore located downtown Vardaman, Mississippi. Go by and see them today, would you? Tell them we sent you by from Channel 7 TV, and we'd appreciate it very much. We'd also like to take a moment to talk to you about Neighbors Hardware and Building Supply in Vardaman, Mississippi. The crowd's getting very loud here, and the rain is getting very intense. Neighbors Hardware and Building Supply right here in Vardaman, Mississippi, your building supply dealer. They also have an office or a branch office in Houston, Mississippi for your building needs. Be sure and go by and visit with Neighbors Hardware and Building Supply. Remember, they have lumber, roofing, and just about anything that you need for your building supplies. Go by and visit with Neighbors and all the fine folks at Neighbors Hardware and Building Supply right here in Vardaman, Mississippi. Now back to the wet football game.
Penalty stepped off against the Rams. Offsides, be 1st and 15. On the carry, pull down to number 77, Tim Southward. Gain of about 2, second down 13. Fumble on the play. Ball recovered by Tishomingo.
You gotta get on the ball, defense.
Arizona. McKinney Wooten on the stop of Walls, along with Long. Gain of 5, second down and 5. Time out.
With that timeout at the end of the third quarter, the score is 14-7 with Vardaman trailing there at the end, as we said, the end of the third quarter. Fourth quarter coming up here in just a moment. Let us take a moment right now just to tell you about the sponsors of this ball game tonight and invite you to go by and visit with the sponsors of tonight's ball game. Right here in Vardaman, Mississippi, People's Drug Store, Value Right Drugstore, right here in Vardaman. Mr. John Jasper Adams and all the fine people there sponsoring this ball game here in Vardaman tonight. Also, Neighbors Hardware and Building Supply sponsoring the game, so go by and see Neighbors Hardware and Building Supply right here in Vardaman for all your building needs. Most of all, we invite you to definitely call him up and tell him you appreciate him sponsoring. Call Mr. Neighbors and tell him you appreciate him sponsoring the ball game here tonight. And also, Mr. Adams, call him and tell him you appreciate him sponsoring this ball game, but because without these two sponsors, this game would totally be impossible. Let's go back to the ball game.
Parker slows the ball carry down. Wooten finishes off Bobby Brock for about a short 1 yard gain, second down 9. Now we say no gain. Second and 10. Walls, made head on by Parker. David Wooten helping on the stop. Pick up a 5, third down and 5. Brock on the carry. Pulled down in there by number 54, David Parker. Wooten also on the stop. Fourth down and 2. Flag on the play. Offsides, Bulldogs. Bring up fourth down and 7. Hollingsworth back to punt. Henson and Martin drop deep for the Rams. Ball rolls dead on the 15-yard line. First and 10 rounds, deep in their own territory. Was Townsend on the carry. 1 yard gain, second down 9. Henson on the carry for the Rams. Finally pulled down in there by number 34, Danny Brock. Time out for a measurement. Third down, about a foot. Play on the play, we got illegal procedure charged against the Rams. Set them back 5 yards. We'll have third down and 6. Finally run out of bounds for number 34. Danny Brock he picks up a round first down. Good out the five. Michael Kendall. We're on the 48-yard line of the Tishomingo Bulldogs. First and goal on about the 5-yard line. Vardaman Rams. Kendall on the carry. Gain of looks like maybe a yard. Fourth and goal from the 4. Martin, touchdown! Touchdown, Rams! That's good! We got a tie. The ball is down on the 25-yard line. Be first and 10 Bulldogs on their own 25. Balls on the carry. Pulled down by Halo. Parker. Gain of about 8, second down. Gain of 7, second and 3. Brock on the carry, pulled down by Hill and Williams. First down. Ball on the 36-yard line. Walls on the carry again, pulled down by Hill, Parker, Williams. Gain of 4, second down and 6. Brock on the carry, tripped up by Long. The 45-yard line going to be short of the first down by about a yard. 3rd and 1. Walls made it to line of scrimmage, but he falls forward for a short gain. Timeout. First down, Bulldogs.
And And we'll take time right now to talk about one of our sponsors of the ball game tonight here in Vardaman, Mississippi. Cold ball game with the rain coming down. Neighbors Hardware and Building Supply. We want to invite you to go by and visit with them if you need building materials, nails, lumber, floor covering, carpet, just whatever. Go by and visit with Neighbors Hardware and Building Supply right here in Vardaman, Mississippi. They're one of the sponsors of tonight's football game. And we want you to go by and visit with them and tell them we sent you by. That's Neighbors Hardware and Building Supply right here in Vardaman, Mississippi. And the ball game 14-14. 3 minutes left in the game, and the crowd is very anxious here tonight. It sounds like that, the crowd is small, but they are really, really anxious about this ball game. So it looks like that it's going to be a good ball game, even though the weather is kind of rough. Let's get back to the game right now.
Pass incomplete. Intended for Bennett. 3rd and 11. Incomplete. Henry Hill puts pressure on the quarterback. 4th down 11. Hollingsworth back to punt. Martin and Pinson deep for the Rams. Pinson covers it for the Rams. About the 12-yard line. Townsend on the carry. Second down 6. Pinson on the carry for the Rams for about a 2-yard gain. We got 3rd and 4, timeout Bulldogs.
With that timeout, we'll talk to you one more time about tonight's sponsors here in Vardaman, Mississippi at the football field where it's cold and rainy. But a really good ball game. 1 minute, 25 seconds left in the game tonight. 14-14, Vardaman, Tishomingo. Good game. As Rick and I have been noticing here on the sidelines, the crowd's been shifting back and forth. There's quite a few standing down around the fence, and they're shifting back and forth to keep up with the ball here, so it's a very interesting game. And we want to talk to you just for a moment about some of our sponsors. People's Value Right Drugstore right here in Vardaman, one of tonight's sponsors. They're your prescription center here in Vardaman, and they invite you to come by when you need a prescription and you need someone dependable that'll take care of your prescription needs. They also have a large selection of gift ideas to choose from for that special gift that you'd like to give. Go by and visit all the fine folks right here at People's Value Right Drugstore in Vardaman, Mississippi, one of tonight's sponsors of the ball game. Tell Mr. John Jasper Adams that you appreciate him sponsoring Vardaman football. Go by and see him tomorrow.
3rd and 4. Kendall on the carry. Timeout, Bulldogs.
And with this timeout, we have 1 minute 16 seconds left, and as we told you a moment ago, 14-14 here in Vardaman. Good game underway, and it's going to be ending up here in just a few moments. Right now, I'd like to talk to you just for a second about Neighbors Hardware and Building Supply, your building supply dealer right here in Vardaman that will supply your needs, whether you need lumber, 2x4s, whether you need nails, roofing, floor covering, or just whatever you need. If you're repairing that house, or you're doing some bathroom repairs, doing a little work in the kitchen, maybe the bedroom needs new ceiling or something, you just go by and visit the folks there at Neighbors Hardware and Building Supply right here in Vardaman, Mississippi, and tell them we sent you by. Do that tomorrow. Call him up and tell him you appreciate him sponsoring this Vardaman football game here in Vardaman, Mississippi, so you can sit there by the fire where it's nice and warm and watch the game while we're out here in the cold, wet, taping it for you. Go by and see him, call Mr. Neighbors, and tell him you appreciate it. Now back to the game.
Martin's punt rolls dead on the 37-yard line. Be 1st and 10 Bulldogs with 1 minute 7 left.
As we told you a moment ago, you can see the crowd on the sideline here shifting back and forth as the ball is played up and down the field. And they're very anxious about this game. 14-14 with 1 minute, actually 58 seconds left in the game. Tishomingo with the ball.
Fumble on the play. Tully recovers his own fumble. Second and 11. Brock rolling out of bounds by Kendall and Parker. Timeout, Tishomingo.
With this timeout, we'll take a moment to talk to you about Morgan's Electronics south of the square in Bruce, Mississippi, one of the sponsors of this ball game here at Vardaman tonight. At Morgan's Electronics, you'll find a complete line of records and tapes for your every musical need. Also guitars. We have guitar strings, picks, drumsticks, all kinds of accessories for guitars and musical instruments. So we invite you to come by and visit with us. We also have television sets, Quasar, and several other kinds there. Come by and visit with us. We service what we sell. That's Morgan's Electronics south of the square with over 21 years of experience in the electronics sales and service business. Home-owned, home-operated, Morgan's Electronics in Bruce. Come by and see us. Now back to the ball game.
Flag on the play. Pass intercepted by Devin Parker. We got a flag on the play. Got pass interference charged against the Rams. Be 15 yards, stepped off against the Rams. Be first down, we got 3 seconds left. Yeah, he hit him. We go into overtime.
Well, as you have witnessed here tonight, a really good ball game up to this point, and it should be the end of the ball game, but we understand that we're going back into overtime because the score is 14-14. The end of the ball game, all tied up, so we will be playing some overtime here in Vardaman tonight. As we told you earlier, the air is really cool out here tonight, and cool air is okay, but the rain is what's rough. Right now, the rain has slacked off, and there's not any rain that you can tell hardly falling at this time, just a light mist. Has been quite a bit of rain falling, though, during this game tonight. I will take just a moment right now while we're in this break to talk to you about the sponsors of Vardaman football. This will be the final game probably that we'll tape this year, and we want you to know that Vardaman football has been brought to you this year by 2 main sponsors here in Vardaman, Mississippi. People's Value Right Drugstore, Mr. John Jasper Adams, very cooperative to be a sponsor of this game or this whole season this year, and we certainly do want you to go by and tell him that you appreciate him sponsoring Vardaman football on Channel 7 TV this year. That's People's Value Right Drugstore located in downtown Vardaman. Go by and do some business with him and tell him you appreciate it. Another one of the very important sponsors here in Vardaman, Mississippi, Neighbors Hardware and Building Supply, Mr. Fred Neighbors, and all the fine people there at Neighbors Hardware and Building Supply, sponsoring the games this season here, the Vardaman games on Channel 7. And we certainly appreciate it, and we know that you do. And once again, we ask that you go by and visit with Mr. Neighbors and tell him you appreciate him sponsoring it. And when you need goods or services from these people we've been telling you about tonight, be sure and shop the sponsors of local football. Without the sponsors, local football could not be brought to you on Channel 7 TV. We're going to take a short pause right now, and we'll be back in just a moment when the overtime gets underway. You're watching W07BN Channel 7 TV. This is Channel 7 Sports Production.
Rams go on defense first. Be Tishomingo's ball. They'll have 4 downs to put it in from the 10-yard line. Then it's our chance. First and goal from the 10. Walls on the carry. Stopped. It's like about a 3-yard gain. A second and goal from about the 7. They hit it back for their net. That's 33 is good ball there. Henry stacks him up for a loss. Big Henry pulls down number 20. Bobby Brock. Loss on the play. Third and goal from about the 8. Intercepted for the Rams. Intercepted for Vardaman. Vardaman's ball now. First and goal for the 10. Let's go Rams. Up the middle. Gain of 1. Second and goal from the 9. Pinson, tackle for a loss behind the line. Third and goal from about the 12-yard line. Timeout, Rams. 4th and 9. Rams will attempt a field goal. Emerson holding and Spratling to try a field goal for the Rams. No good. Block! Be Tishomingo's time to try it again from the 10. First and 10 Bulldogs. Brock on the carry. Parker on the stop. No gain on the play. Second and goal from the 10. Walls on the carry. Picks up about 5. Strike it be third and goal from the 5. Incomplete, in out of the hand. Fourth and goal from the 5. Timeout, Tishomingo.
Well, with that timeout, we'll talk to you just for a moment about our sponsors, and this does seem to be quite an experiencing ball game here in Vardaman, Mississippi tonight. 14-14 the score. The game's been over for some time, but we have been in overtime, and as you can see what's been going on down at the end of the field there, and still no score as of yet. The sponsors of the game tonight are People's Value Right Drugstore, located right here in Vardaman, Mississippi, for all your medical needs. Go by and visit with all the people there and tell them we sent you by. That's People's Value Right Drugstore in Vardaman, Mississippi. Mr. John Jasper Adams and all the fine people there, tell them we sent you by. Also, Neighbors Hardware and Building Supply, located in Vardaman, Mississippi, right here in Vardaman, Mississippi, sponsoring the games this whole season, and they're our sponsor tonight. Go by and visit with Neighbors Hardware and Building Supply. Now back to the ball game.
Hollingsworth to track. Rams get a turn. Benny Martin on the carry for the Rams. Picks up about 4. Second and goal from the 6. That's the way to start off there. Get about 4 yards. We're going to put it in there. Henson on the carry. I believe he could outrun it. Ball on about the 2.5 yard line. Third and goal. Yeah, I believe you can miss his home, but he got the space. Kendall on the carry. Stop just short of the goal line. 4th down and inches. No good!
As you can see, we have spectators all around watching this game here at the closing moments. It's very exciting, a lot of excitement going on. 14-14, the game has been over in overtime, and it seems like that neither team can score that point. We know that the game will be getting back underway here in just a moment, and it is very exciting here in Vardaman tonight, even though the weather is cold, and we've had a lot of rain here on the field tonight. But the rain has stopped right now, and the game is about to get back underway. 14-14, and we just have to wait and see what's going to happen. The crowd is really riled up. It's really exciting. A lot of anxiety here at the ball game tonight. So let's take a look. Let's go back down and take a look at the game.
First and goal, Bulldogs. Pass complete. He gets down to about the 4-yard line. Gavin Parker pulls down Brock. About the 2-yard line. Third and goal. Wow, scores! Tishomingo will go for 2. No good! Browns first and goal from the 10. Pull down on the 20-yard line, be second and goal from the 20. Pass complete to Lord about the 8-yard line. Be third and goal from the 8. Timeout Rams.
And with that timeout and the score now 14-20 with Vardaman trailing once again. You've been watching what's happening down on that end of the field, and it is quite exciting. The crowd that is here, which is a small crowd tonight, are very enthusiastic, and it's been really exciting. We're just kind of anxious to see what's going to happen here in the final moments of the ball game. Let us remind you of People's Value Right Drugstore, one of the sponsors of this game here tonight. People's Value Right Drugstore, right here in Vardaman, Mississippi. Mr. John Jasper Adams and all the fine people there at the drugstore, right there to serve your medical needs, your prescription needs, your gift needs, whatever. Just go by and visit with them. Tell them we sent you by. Another one of the sponsors is Neighbors Hardware and Building Supply here in Vardaman. They're sponsoring the ball game here tonight and sponsored the whole season. Neighbors Hardware and Building Supply for your building needs. Go by and see them today. Let's get back down now to the action of the game.
No good. Pass intended for loss. Fourth down. Good ball game.
And as you take a look there at the scoreboard, that is the ball game here in Vardaman, Mississippi tonight, with 14-20, Vardaman trailing there, 14-20, and it was a really exceptionally good ball game here, especially the last few moments of the game here in Vardaman, Mississippi tonight. We hope that you did enjoy the ball game. We would like to take just a moment to remind you of the sponsors of this ball game. People's Value Right Drugstore here in Vardaman, Mississippi, one of the sponsors of this ball game here tonight. Also, Neighbors Hardware and Building Supply sponsoring the ball game right here tonight. Go by and see those two fine fine sponsors if you get a chance tomorrow right here in Vardaman, and tell them you appreciate them sponsoring the ball game. Morgan's Electronics, south of the square in Bruce, one of the sponsors of the game. So if you would come by and see us, we'd appreciate it very much. When in need of goods or services from any of these fine sponsors, go by and visit with them. That's going to about do it here from Vardaman, Mississippi tonight from the Cole football field. We hope that you've enjoyed the game, and we appreciate you tuning in. That's going to about do it here for TV7 Sports. Good night, and God bless you.